Jai Gurudev. Let us start with the Guru Vandanam. Akhandamandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darsitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev. Tomorrow is Guru Purnima, and I want to take a minute and summarize, what is going on. After 10 years of tapas, in 5 years in Gogarbha in Tirumala and 5 years in Himalayas in Kausani and Rishikesh, I finally decided that it is time to return to where the people are living their lives and creating the greatest transformation and changes for their family and society. It was indeed a big decision to come to Hyderabad because I have grown up here and I feel very much at home in Hyderabad, although it has changed so much. So, the purpose of returning into this busy life and this busy environment is to help with the revival of Vedic India. This has been the vision of our Maharishiji, revival of the Vedic India. It is important to understand that the basis of Veda and existence in the Vedic culture and in Sanatana Dharma is consciousness. Because we fundamentally begin with the understanding that we are the consciousness. We are the consciousness alone, and everything that has evolved or manifested from the consciousness, from consciousness to matter, is the 5 elements alone. And so this comprises, or this expands to every being that you know and you can think of. So without having the fundamental intellectual experience, and then the personal experience that you are the consciousness, and without nurturing anything from that level, then it is just like going in circles. That is why Maharishiji has said that everyone should learn to meditate, do the Transcendental Meditation, the Bhavatita, and from this, expand to the Siddhis, learn the flying technique. And only when you rise in consciousness and when you feel that power of that consciousness, the power of who you are, that you are a powerful person and not a powerless person, then you can live a life of full potential, enjoy your family, do something for the society and for the country. All knowledge is structured in consciousness. All knowledge and existence is structured in consciousness. All knowledge, existence and expansion is structured in consciousness. All the bliss, the infinite potential and the immortality are structured in consciousness. So, meditating, going deep, knowing that you are the consciousness, and coming back and working in the environment, in your workplace, in your home, this is how the natural evolution or the progamanam of the individual happens in accord with the laws of nature or according to the Sanatana Dharma. So then everything that is involved in the Vedas, whether it is health, whether it is agriculture, education, our way pandits, or music, or arts, so everything that you can think of, the foundation of this, the source of this is consciousness alone. Now we are at a time, this is a very urgent need of time. Some things that have even been there even 4 or 5 years ago, we don't see them in the villages and in the urban communities. The children, the women and the families are so disconnected from nature and the natural laws, which we call the Dharma. The Dharma is again very vast. There is the Prakriti Dharma, there is the Swadharma, there is the Kula Dharma. Like that, there are so many aspects of it. So this is a very vital time now for the revival of this knowledge, so that the next generations can live in happiness, harmony, and live a life of full potential. If we don't do this now, then there won't be much left. There won't be much left for them. The next 1 or 2 generations, then everything will be really, they will be so disconnected from these natural laws and from the truth of who they are. The whole idea, the whole ideology, and the whole goal of our Vedic technologies is to put you in connection with the bliss, to understand that you are Ananda, you are Ananda alone, you have come from Ananda, you exist in Ananda, and you meet the dissolution in Ananda, and that is all. The whole of the creation comes from Ananda alone. The whole of the creation of even in your own life, if you think of what you are doing, what you are saying, how you are progressing, how you are with your relationships, with your children, and everything that you have, the foundation of it is Ananda alone. Because when there is no Ananda, then there is no natural evolution, no natural progression and expansion in life. So then the whole goal in our Vedic traditions, starting from food to our prayers, to our meditations, to our yoga, to agriculture, to our music and arts and medicine and education, so on and so forth, everything you can tie down to is to enhance that Ananda, to double it, triple it, and make it, infinitely infinite. So now when people are very disconnected, when everyone is disconnected from these natural laws, the Prakriti Dharmas, and when they don't have the insight that that you are that consciousness, then when this disconnection happens, there is the pragyaparad, the mistake of the intellect. Many mistakes are done in how one perceives life, how one lives life, and how one progresses in life. And so naturally you are beginning to see a whole generation now who are living with conflict, strain and stress, children enormously bored, such indifference and inhumanity among relationships, and eating food that is not sattvic, and the sattva, people don't even understand what is sattva, because sattva begins with the sattvic mind, sattvic speech, sattvic thoughts, sattvic behavior, sattvic actions, sattvic arts, literature, everything, the whole, you can put everything under that umbrella. Everything that is good, that is meaningful, that is progressive. that is liberating and that is giving you the Jivan Mukta is all Sattva alone. And of course, one goes beyond the Sattva also to become enlightened. So we will not touch that at this point. So after coming back, then I was really lost for a few months because I really didn't know, where to start, where to begin, whom to connect and what to do here. So anyway, slowly, everything started getting organized within my own mind because it has to be organized here first. And then Anilji came forward and said, that he will quit his job and he will become a full-time TM teacher after January of this year. So literally starting from end of February or March, we started the activities. So many TM courses we held in my home, at his home. Now we have expanded to teaching in the schools, and we are looking at many schools now. We are trying to reach out to many schools and colleges, and the goal is to have at least 1 lakh people meditating in the greater Hyderabad. Then I have taken the responsibility of bringing this expansion in Orissa, and we started some work which is still going on, but we had to put a hold because we needed TM teachers. We needed good TM teachers to teach in Orissa. And so fortunately, two of our Pandits, Acharya Jajati ji and Pandit Abhiram ji, they both went to the TTC little more than 3 months ago, and they are just finishing now tomorrow. But then they also want to do a 2-week of Acharya training course, and so they will be back by the middle of August to Orissa, and then we will go full blast with the teaching in the schools and the farmers there. So the program in Orissa has been really revival of the villages, revival of the Vedic villages, revival of the organic Vedic or agriculture, bringing TM, Sanskrit, revival of the Sanskrit language, Gita Parayanam, or recitation of the Gita for all the school children and women, helping them understand eating Vedic Sattvic food and organic food, and then bringing back Ayurveda for their health. So now this will happen in a very big way, and I am really thinking of the first batch will be, we want to focus on 10 villages, about 50,000 population, and then the teaching will go on for all the farmers, for all the students, for all the teachers and the women. And then the Vedic organic agriculture, we will start educating the farmers, and everything will start getting implemented very, very quickly. Next thing I have taken on is revival of the Gurukuls. This was started in Rishikesh, and then I got involved because I am in Hyderabad to look at other Gurukuls. So there are 3 Gurukuls now we have lined up. One is Acharya Saurabh's Gurukul in Assam, and then Acharya Santana's Gurukul in Orissa, and then Acharya Ravishankar Gurukul in Hyderabad. So I have taken the responsibility of expanding or reaching out to the Gurukuls in these 4 states, Andhra, Telangana, Assam and Orissa. And the goal is to bring the revival of the Gurukuls. And this is a very, very beautiful project created by Maharishiji, teaching TM and the Siddhis to all the Vedic Pandits in the schools and all the children. Then refreshing and reviving the whole curriculum, the program, and making sure that they are doing the Sandhya Vandan and all that properly, and then doing the Atirudra Abhishekam so that there is peace and harmony spreading all over. And now in my mind I am inviting all the Gurukuls, every one of you who know where any Gurukul is, please keep informing me. We will look into it and we will try to bring this revival, bring this knowledge, because Gurukuls are the backbone of Sanatana Dharma. Gurukuls are the backbone of Sanatana Dharma. Veda Pandits are the backbone of the Veda. So we have to start from the source and help in this way. What I request from all of you is, this is time for celebration, this is time for involvement, and this is time to extend your hands and legs so that we can make this all happen very, very quickly. In the next 5 years, we can change the face of India. If all of you come together, those who can help, give us contacts about schools, corporations, colleges, give us contacts about villages who want to really come under the ideal Vedic villages. Give us contact about the Gurukuls so that we can begin the transformation of the Gurukuls. Let all the contacts come to me. So the goal is, wherever the children have learnt in the schools, then we will try to introduce Bhagavad Gita, and then the 3-week course for speaking and reading Sanskrit to these students. Maybe the schools will not allow it to happen in the school, but maybe it can be done as an after-school program. We'll have to take everything as it comes. And so many of you also know that we are doing the yajnas for the Loka Kalyanam. Our goal is Loka Kalyanam. So these 4 yajnas, Rudrabhishekam, the Chandi Homam, Mahasudarshan Homam, Mahalakshmi Mahaganapati Homam, and every second Saturday Hanuman Chalisa 108 times, and then the Ekadasi before the Purnima we are going to start the Gayatri Yajnam, Mahagayatri Yajnam. So these are very, very powerful things that will be going on in the city, and so all of you join. We not only need to create these courses and help with the TM of the children all across, but also we want to have some competitions so that there will be some stimulation, some inspiration to learn Gita recitation and Sanskrit for the children and the women and the adults, whoever want it. So I request you to all, please wake up to this idea of ideal Vedic India. Let us all do it together. Mataji cannot do it all by herself. Please come, we will all do it in a very joyous way, in a very happy way, and and we will all feel very fulfilled. It is good for us, it is good for our children, our grandchildren, and for the future generations, and for Veda Mata and Bharat Mata to be always there blessing us. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.